Here we are back in New Horizons. Greg Tech New Horizons. Welcome to stream 9 of Greg Tech New Horizons. I've been streaming for 9 days now, over 4 days at a time, Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Fridays. And here we are in my single player Greg Tech New Horizons world. Last time, between streams, I built the rest of the house. So you got to see that last time. And between then and now, I have been just going around the base, cleaning things up, keeping it nice, making sure it's somewhere we want to live and want to spend a lot of time. Alright, let's just get into the game here. Everything's looking good. You can hear me. And there's game sounds as well. Nice, let's get our armor back on. We found this armor in a dungeon. And with getting the glider, I made the glider last time. I got this enchanted feather falling book, which I then applied to the boots, the diamond boots I have. So now I have feather falling protection. So I should be able to land whenever I want. It might take a little bit of damage. I have the glider in here. There we go. Looking snazzy as the sun sets. So that will help getting around the world much more. That'll help so much actually that I just want to go out and adventure now. But nope, we've got things to do at the base. Got our Steam system still running. That's just on passive now. Don't have to think about that. Don't have to fill it up with coal or anything. So that's pretty nice. I feel well rested. I didn't get any buffs. Oh well, that's fine. Between last stream and this stream, I have been busy. Not really with advancing in any techs, but doing a lot of planning and mining. I'm realizing that this house is very nice and good for storing items, and maybe good for having machines here, but not very good for producing steam. Perfect timing right there. So I have decided to actually have the steam production somewhere else, and maybe in the end pipe it in, so it's in the so it's here with all these steam machines, but that will be decided later. So if I go through this door, you probably already see that there's been some differences. I've mined out this whole area inside this hill, under the water tanks. Yeah, when I said I've been busy, I've been pretty busy. I mined out 3 chunks here. So if we turn on our chunk lines, you can see that this is one chunk here. And it's very important that this corner is inside both chunk lines, and the opposite corner is outside chunk lines. This means that there's an odd number between that wall and this wall, and I always work in odd numbers because most machines are in threes, in odd numbers, and also it's easier to place doors down in odd numbers. So that's the reasoning behind that. And as you can see, I've mined out a whole chunk this way, which actually pokes out the hill, which I'm actually quite happy with. We can have our solar boilers over here. And then on the other side, I've found the outside by just digging straight this way. So that comes out here. Okay, I'm going to turn these lines off now. There we go. Up on the hill, I have also been preparing an area for a tree farm. This is up behind the house and above, exactly above that first chunk we walked into that's been excavated. So I just cut the hill off here and made a nice flat area. So this is where the wood will come from for the new steam production. Now I think I'm going all out with steam production. I don't know why I wouldn't, to be honest. We're going to need it for quite a long time down the road, and it'll also help in our low voltage and maybe even our medium voltage progression as well. So with the tree farm on the top of the hill, that will come down into the factory, into the cave, and come over to coke ovens that will be sitting over here. Now I have placed out this cobblestone where I want them to sit, just to make sure that they work. I've made some holes in the floor here. This is where some pipes will go down to the next level with creosote oil. And below here we're going to have an iron tank filled with creosote oil. Maybe don't need an iron tank so big, but I'm feeling like go big or go home. That's pretty much what I'm thinking. From this creosote oil, the creosote will come up here. I think it can go up in pipes. Haven't tried it. Might have to try it with the water, because it will be wooden pipes. And it will come over to this level here, where I will have liquid boilers. Liquid fueled boiler firebox. This does take steel, so I might have to look into advanced boiler. But that's going to be the plan in the end, to get to this stage here. And then we'll burn the creosote oil to make steam, and then I will have the same system with the tank just over here. That is the plan. If you're just joining, I am playing GregTech New Horizons. Well, I'm playing a mod pack called GregTech New Horizons in the game Minecraft. This mod pack is considered one of the hardest mod packs to complete. But that's okay because I don't actually plan on completing this mod pack. Maybe one day in the future I will, but just now that is not the plan. The plan with this series right now is to reach the moon, and to do that we're going to need a lot more steam than we're producing right now. We will have to also implement blast furnaces before we go any further into the liquid boiling, liquid fuel. But we can use the coal that we get from the coal coke ovens to power the coal generator, so we can also get steam that way. Yes, so that is the plan. I think I'll go ahead with moving. I could even make the tank, and then I do have some coal cokes already. Oh, look at that. Thanks. I thought I'd already got that, but that must be an achievement that I got at another time. Yes, I did get it. So I'm not sure what it's... Oh, it's with these trophies. Let's see. Achievements. Do we have trophies in here? That's a lot of achievements, actually. No, we do have regular Minecraft achievements, though. I do have diamonds. Oh, but it's throw a diamond at another player. Fair enough. Yes, so I can put this up next to my steam boiler trophy. Right here. Technically, this guy should be before... No, the coal coke oven should be before the steam boiler, but you know, progression. Who needs that? Now I do have a lot of creosote oil in these tanks, which I'm not too fussed about right now. It is quite a lot, it's 2 times 64 buckets. But to be honest, I don't need it. I will first need it when I can actually burn liquid. So when I can actually burn the liquid in the liquid boilers. I'll just take these away and place them out where I want them in the new build. $63 of them, and I need to make some more of these. So let's save this and this and this. It's not too difficult. It's actually pretty cheap. We can make a whole bunch right now. The only difficult thing is smelting them up. Let's see, you go here. I think I want a torch on top just to be safe. There we go, it's formed. I actually quite like how this is turning out. I like the idea of walking in here and having different levels to look at. That's pretty cool. So I'm quite happy with that. Get rid of this guy and place the next one down. By the end of the episode, I should have all 9 of these set out. That's the plan. And right now, things are going to be pretty manual, so I'll be moving wood around manually. But that is also not a problem. You have to start somewhere, right? I'm not quite sure what type of item pipes we have at our disposal, but yeah, we'll get onto that. And it'll be spruce wood that we're using. Or it could be oak wood. Doesn't really matter. They're in those IC2 Industrial Craft 2 crops, so not a huge problem. What was it? Sand, and we don't have much sand actually. That could be a problem. Oh, but we do have lots of red sand. No, we don't. I could go and harvest them. That's not a problem. And the sun's going down again. I feel like the days just pass so quickly in this world. You see how long I've been working? It's day 175. What was it, day 162 last time? We'll have to take the bed with us, because that's good. I made another satchel last time. We do have speed buff, that's pretty good. I did make another satchel last time, as you can, and it's just another inventory, pretty much. So that's pretty great. Okay, let's keep moving because we have the speed bonus right now. And then we'll go over to this red desert here and gather some sand. Now we do have our excavator. That is very, very nice. I want to go around the corner a little because I don't want a huge eyesore from my base. And there's regular sandstone underneath. That's kind of funny. Now if I do it like this, and it just keeps the sand at the bottom there. That's kind of nice. And so when I am out mining, I can use my satchel here and just fill that with it. And I have renamed it to stuff. I've got tools and stuff. So I've got tools in this one and stuff in the other one. I'm glad I went and got the tinker tools, because this would have been so slow without them. Just have to remember to pick up everything. Alright. So stick up there. There we go. We do need a lot of sand, but that doesn't seem like a problem to get. With these excavators. Hey, that's dirt. We don't need dirt. Keep heading up the hill. Nice, there we go. Making quite a mess. That's okay. That's what one of these worlds is for. And we were getting a bunch of clay as well yesterday. If you didn't catch the live stream, I made a recap video for it, so you can go and see what we did. I did kind of miss out that we went on a huge adventure. So if you want to see the adventure, you have to watch the live stream. The VODs are up on the channel and are readily available to watch. And you're lucky right now because there are no ads. Please excuse me. So right now I'm not monetized, so I'm not being paid for any of this, which is fine. But it also benefits the people who are watching because there's no ads, and so there's no interruptions or anything like that. Means you can watch the whole stream without being interrupted. And we're running out of food, and I don't know if we have any with us. I don't actually think we have any food with us. That was an oversight. Oh well. At least we got a whole bunch of sand. And keep getting more sand and just start heading slowly back to the base. I can pick up some gardens on the way. That's not a huge problem. Eat something so we're not crawling all the way home. There's some right there. Yeah, once you get down to low hunger, so it does say in the top right that I am starving, you get all sorts of slowness, and so that's something you have to watch out for, especially if you're out on an adventure somewhere. There we go, there's a garden down there I can break and eat what's in it. There's pineapple, which I don't think I've eaten before. There we go. The debuffs have gone away. We can actually walk around normally. There's even wild carrots here we can eat. I think we'll actually keep working a little more. Now we've found some food. We've got plenty more of this excavator left. Plenty more durability left. Nice. Yeah, it's getting quite big, this world. I think that's what happens. Just keep going. Oh, we wanted the excavator, not the pickaxe. Beautiful. And we'll gather some cactus. Why not? We're turning this from a red desert into a white desert? Yellow? Cream? Beige desert? this didn't take too long. If you're just tuning in, we are gathering some resources for coke ovens. And with this extractor that we got a few episodes back, a few streams back, we are cruising, absolutely cruising, and we have gathered a wee bit of sand, almost a full inventory amount of sand in the last 5 minutes, 10 minutes. And I just want to fill the whole inventory up so we have the freedom to use as much as we want. I have to go around and collect it because I don't have a magnet on me and my tool is broken and I've run out of food. So we have... yeah. Let's see, what did we eat all the carrots? I think we ate all those wild carrots, so we need to find some other sources of food. Did see there was a carrot there. There's also some ground gardens just here, and I did see another garden, so parsnip will be fine. And rhubarb. Can we find any more? If I can find one quickly, then I do see textile gardens down there, but they don't provide any food. Wasn't there something with if you craft cactus? Get cactus juice? Okay. I do remember correctly. And then I did actually bring the tool station with me. So we can upgrade this tool, or we can fix this tool. Chuck it in. These take a lot of ingots. Now I don't think I will do the last one there. Put it back in our satchel. Okay, we have some more space. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 spaces left. Let's see if we can get that before it goes dark. I am remembering I do have my glider, so I can get back a little quicker. And I maybe should have used it from the top of our house. That would have been pretty great, actually. Just totally forgot. Also collecting some dirt, which is fine. A wee bit more. I'm making quite a mess here. But honestly, that's quite okay with me. You might be wondering why I'm digging up red sand and not regular sand. Red sand actually works just as well as regular sand in Great Take New Horizons. So that's not a huge problem. It's interchangeable. I think that should be enough. No, not quite. I haven't been picking up everything, and it is going dark, so it's going to be interesting. I'm getting a little greedy. It is getting dangerous outside. Oh, it's so close, so close. Okay, I need to head home now. Otherwise, I will die. Where is it? Glider? Hang glider? Could maybe even glide into our house. Look at that. We glide onto the top of this tree. And then glide up here. No, it didn't work. I thought I could maybe glide to the other side of the fence and then jump into my bed from outside the fence. It is relatively safe in the house right now. I do have ways down to the basement, which aren't so safe. But that will just have to... we'll just have to live with that. And if things blow up, things blow up. That's just how it is. Okay. Good mining trip. Let's just put everything else away first. We're absolutely full of cobblestone and dirt. Almost. So I've been just trashing cobblestone. And I know it's not a good idea to trash anything, even cobblestone, but when you have 64 stacks of it and a whole world around you where you are going to be going mining again, kind of says to me that it's okay to just trash it. Let's put you guys in the corner there, and then let's call sand out. Beautiful. And we got a beautiful draw there for it. See, how many stacks did we get? In the top it says 36 times 64, so 36 stacks. And we have 8 stacks of clay as well. So we're not hurting on that. Get these guys back out again. And let's find some food. Wonder where there's some food we can have. Eaten once, so I can eat this 4 times. What does this taste like? Haven't tasted this. Vindaloo. What is Vindaloo? Made out of meat, curry powder, onion, butter, and black pepper. Okay. It gives quite a lot of... gives 2.5 hunger. Let's keep these in our... Also got some battered sausages. And some coffee. Take 5 of those. And tea. Pity coffee doesn't give you an extra boost or anything. That would be fun. That'd be kind of funny. Last time we also made the wooden spear and the wooden shield to almost fill out the first quest slide. And we went through these quests last time and tried to finish them. These two, I can't find quicksand and I can't find bamboo. So that'll have to wait until we can traverse the world a little easier. But we are in the Steam Age. I'm working on Stone Age things, so let's get our wooden form out. That's not too difficult to make a new one of those, because I think we will need a new one of those. Paper should be... here it is. I do have some paper bark trees outside, so I've been getting paper from there, also from raiding dungeons. Let's take this and this, and then we have one ready to use. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3. It's good having lots of stuff. That's not what I wanted. 1, 2, 3. Then this guy, and then these at the top. You can shift click into the inventory. It's just you have to be careful of where to put stuff. Nice. Should we try and do that again? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, we're making smoothies in this time, in this crafting station. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then clear across the top. There we go. Boom. And then this is smelting. And I don't actually have a steam smelter right now. Probably would be a good idea. I do have some furnaces though, which work just as well. And then some charcoal. 5 of these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We'll just place them there. Divide this into 5 as well. Around about 12. Beautiful. And then 4 goes not into 5, but we can just give them out as they go. Hey Zakamon, welcome to the stream. Playing Greg Tech New Horizons here. Are you just joining, or have you been here for a little while? Just lurking. Just cooking up some more coal coke bricks to add to our new expansion behind the house. We're just in Steam Age, so I've got a few steam machines that have got some passive steam production with the solar boilers upstairs, but I feel like I'm going to need a lot more steam than that. I've got the water tanks up here, and then some solar boilers on the roof there. and then it just goes down into the house. This is my this is my first proper time playing Great Tech New Horizons alone. I've played on a server up to about the same stage, up to Steam Age. For the first time I experienced Great Tech New Horizons, I spawned in a biome where there was sinking sand, and I got stuck in the sand, and I just that was it. That was my experience of Great Tech New Horizons. And then maybe a year later, I joined a server, which was awesome. And then that was maybe 2-3 months ago. And I'm no longer a part of that server, but I did think of just starting Great Tech New Horizons alone and just seeing where it goes. And I've come so far. Yeah. What about you? Have you been playing any Great Tech New Horizons? Are you a Gregor? Gregory? Do you want to be Scottish about it? We also need to get some... Yeah, what's the next thing on docket? Pretty much beelined through to the Steam Age so I could get Tinker's Tools. So that's why it hasn't been so flushed out. But I have got to Nether, which was relatively scary. So I'm just trying to make my Steam production a little better. Yes. Crops and spruce. No, you're a lot further along than I am. Yeah. That's not too difficult. Where have you got to? Are you in low voltage, medium voltage, high voltage? Are you past the moon or? Yeah. I need a draw for up there as well. Might use one of these draws. Yeah, I am kind of bumbling along. I'm just taking it at my own pace and having a good time and trying not to stress too much about going fast or yeah, just having a good time. No, you just hit UEV. Wow, good job. That is a little further than me. That's down here. That's tier 10. Good job. That's dedication to the mod pack right there. Yeah. With this streaming series, I'm planning to get to the moon. So that is here. That's in high voltage. And I think I'll take a break and see if it's see what I'm feeling like. Maybe play something else for a while, and then maybe play more afterwards. But I felt like getting to the moon was a realistic goal for me, and that's a good thing to do with such a huge mod pack. It's not so realistic to aim for the Stargate. It's not many people that have done that, but could be fun one day. Okay, we're cooking up some coal coke bricks over here. Nice. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then we just top these guys up. Nice. Thanks, man. Yeah, it will take a while. I'm not the fastest Great Tech New Horizons player because I have just started playing it. But I'm trying to keep the tempo up a little and not just wallow. I think it would be quite easy to get bogged down in a few things and just wallow, not knowing where to go. So I'm trying to keep the momentum up. And of course, it's good to bring people along for the ride, to stream it. I'm really enjoying streaming and sharing my experience, and I think that's a good way to to make this all work. Let's sleep through the night. Yeah, precisely. You're exactly right with that. Alright. But I'm totally open to tips and tricks if anyone and everyone has better ideas than what I'm doing right here. My plan is to have seared faucets going into wooden pipes that will then join together into the tank downstairs. And then in the end they'll have a redstone pulse. But right now that's not so realistic, so I just come along and empty it every so often into the tank downstairs, down here. And then I believe with these, was it rail tank, iron tank? With these, a tank valve goes at the top and tank valve goes at the bottom, and it goes. There's input at the top and output at the bottom. Then I believe liquids can go up wooden pipes without a pump. So that'll come up over to this side where I'll have some boilers creating steam, and then having a tank like this one over here. But I'm just hanging out, taking you guys along for the ride, and seeing where I get to. There's no stress. I could have placed out the other coke oven bricks I have. And that didn't take long to get over a stack of these again. Don't underestimate vanilla furnaces. No, you can underestimate them. They're pretty slow. I just don't have steam production enough to rely on steam machines right now. Yes, I have seen the quest. It is something I have talked about in previous, let's see, fishing farm cooking. It has something I've talked about in previous streams, but you're totally right. Hunger no more. And I have been gathering a whole bunch of these gardens. I just need to find the nether garden, and then I think I have them all. And then work on the tofu and work on these. I totally agree. Because hunger is just annoying at this point. It's not really helping, or not helping. Well, it's mostly not helping. But yeah, that's a great tip. I totally agree with that. I think I'll have to plan that a little. So I'm not just bumbling around trying to make it. I have to gather all the resources and make it something that's maybe desirable to watch. I have to remember I am streaming, not just playing for myself, but that's also okay. There we go. That's looking good. And I was thinking of expanding this down the line, so further this way. And I have chunk aligned this, so we turn the chunk lines on. You can see that that corner is in the chunk, and this corner is out of the chunk. And so it's odd numbers everywhere. So this is 3 wide, and in the middle this is 3 wide, and yes, and these sit directly in the middle of the chunk. Yeah, that was the wrong one. There we go. Also need to make those wooden pipes. Also need to make the tank as well. And I do have a lot of iron, but I don't know if I have enough iron. So that's going to be interesting. Can I smelt this guy up? I can, and then I can make it into ingots as well. somewhere. There we go. So that will be something I will definitely be doing between streams, is going to mine out some more iron for the tank downstairs, but I can at least prepare. I can also make a smaller tank to begin with. They hold quite a lot anyway. There we go. Might need to smelt up some more. Might need to get some more lava as well. There's always something to do, isn't there? I pretty much learned if you're standing still, you're wasting time. And that puts a little bit of stress on it. Was it this guy, and then you cut it up to get this guy? You get 2 of these for 5. No, 1 of these for 5, or 2 of these for 7. Isn't that better to do it like this? Can now get 6 instead of 3 or 4. Oh, look at that. The smeltery is leaking. I hope not. No, yeah. Well, I'll be streaming every Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday around about this time. So it's great that you caught today, because I'll be back on Thursday and also Friday. But they have really, they've really fleshed out the start of this game. And instead of flint tools that they used to be, they're now just wooden tools. There's no there's no GregTech tools anymore. They're just regular Minecraft tools. Which kind of sad, because the flint sword gave flame, and so that would cook any animal that you killed, and so you could eat it directly. I think that's a bit of a shame that that doesn't happen anymore. But there's a lot of new things added to the base game, or the start of this game, to make it slightly easier. Some quality of life mods, or quality of life changes, I have to say. Yes. But you're welcome just to hang out, and I'll just be chatting away to myself. So you just sit back and enjoy the ride. Yeah. They've added a lot to early game Steam. There's now multi-blocks. That I think there was only the macerator, or the, what was it, crusher, but now there's all sorts of different multi-blocks that take Steam, and that's kind of why I'm building this out, because I know I will need a lot of Steam in the future, and I want to be ready for that, and I don't want to have to get to that stage and go, oh damn, I should have prepared. So yeah. I think you've got far enough into, what was it, UEV, to keep going to the end, instead of restarting just to see what Steam Age has to offer. But maybe once you've got to a good point where you think you can stop, then going back might be a fun idea for you. Let's put you there and you there, and then we'll have the wooden pipe along the bottom. You're at the top of that side, and then at the top of this side, like so. Yeah, I was going to add some more cobblestone downstairs to make seared brick for more faucets. We also have the clock up here. So that might be... Don't think you can make these. I think you have to make them unfired. Grout. Well, that's generally annoying. Ah, classic, huh? You can get extractor to do it. Forge hammer can also do it. You get 3 instead of 4. Might consider making the steam extractor. Damn it. That was a waste. Oh well. It's only seared stone. It's only cobblestone. That's not a huge problem. So we won't be doing that. The funnels on the coke ovens, they are for draining the creosote oil out of. You can put a wooden pipe under them and make sure it's open with the wrench. I can try and demonstrate now. Might need to make some wooden pipe to go along with it. No, I have some large wooden pipe. That's no problem. Let's see. We'll get some spruce logs. I think it's a new thing with the faucets. These guys. So if we place this here, big wooden pipe, and then we close this end off, but we open the top, and then we chuck some of this guy in here and some of that guy. Gonna have to wait until there's creosote oil. That might not take too long. I'm thinking something like this, and then that'll go down to the tank below. But what you can do is you can do this, and then you can right click this guy when it's got creosote in it, and it'll just go into the pipe, and then down to the tank below. Yes. There's quite a big tank that I planned out down there. It might be smaller in the future. I'm not quite sure. I'm not sure if that funnel thing is or the seared faucet is a new thing, because I haven't played for that long, so everything is kind of new, to me at least. But it might be a new thing since you started, definitely. All right. Looks like these guys are finished over here. Oh, there was only one left. Didn't even see that. Gone blind. We can take the charcoal. We can actually take these away. We'll place them down if we need them again. So I might start making some iron plates. I do have a steam forge hammer here, and I do think I'm making enough steam to keep up with it. You can also turn them off at the top right here. And they also have a little dial to say how much steam there is. That I don't know. If you can pipe directly. I'll take the wrench. That doesn't matter. It doesn't use the wrench when we're out on site. You can from these water tanks. So it would make sense you could yeah, we can try that. Open for experimentation. Oh no, it's just the wrench that we need. Let's see. Creosote oil. There we go. Now there's creosote oil in the pipes here. Let's just try it. It doesn't look like it. Maybe if you have a pump, but I don't have one of those. So I don't think. And then wait, we need to tell it which way to go. We want you to go that way. It doesn't seem like it, no. So I think this is the only way to extract creosote oil from from the coke ovens? Good question though. And worth trying, because it would make it a lot easier if I didn't have to make these seared faucets. Oh yeah, okay. Yeah, definitely shuttering on it. There we go. So just from the bottom, you say? Oh dear. Classic. From the bottom, you say? Yes, so it's 1, 2, and then 1, 2, and then that should be the bottom there. Let's try it. Only a little bit of creosote in the name of science. Here we go. And should be some creosote coming in a few seconds. Okay, got 250 in here, and then just shutter it down. It doesn't seem like it, and I do have it connected up there. No, I don't think so. That was maybe an older version? Not sure. I would have done it if it worked. Because that makes life quite a bit easier if I could just do that. But I believe it is like this that it's meant to be done. Let's see. Let's just go around the corner here. Attach you guys together and open you at the top. You actually just fall down into the pipe? Did I just fall into the pipe right there? Yeah, I did. Okay, that's funny. Let's see, and we send it this way. Sorry for the juddering. And we can just pour it into the pipe here. Yeah, definitely worth a shot. It would have been great if it worked. Thanks for the tip anyway. Okay, so this is the plan, and then the pipes take it down into the tank below. And hopefully my forge hammer is still running and it's not run completely out of steam. You still running? Oh, you just ran out of iron. Nice. But we have 42 iron plates here. 42. And the assembler, you make 1 from 2 plates. Okay. We do need some iron screws. They're best made on the lathe, but we don't have one of those. We have to be efficient a little longer, which is fine. It's fine. No, honestly, it's fine. Let's see, 10. Okay, so if we made 2 more plates, then that might be good. So we can make 11 of these, so that's going to be 22 of these iron tank walls. Might need to calculate something a little right here. So I'm thinking of doing, I think it was 7 wide. Can anyone help in chat? How many iron casings do we need? How much cobblestone is there here? What is it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's 7 across, so 7, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. So 24 times 2, that's 48, plus 52, 56, 60, 64. Okay, we need 64. That's nice. My man, I think you've seen the other YouTuber Threefold. Sometimes to be efficient, you have to be inefficient. Except in a wonderfully Scottish accent. So we're going to need quite a lot more of this iron tank wall. That might mean we go mining before next time. That's okay, I'll just take you all along with me. Not a huge problem. Oh, 2 extra ones of these. Yeah. He's kind of the inspiration for why I got into GregTech New Horizons, actually. But I feel like that's a bit of a cliche thing to say now. Oh, it was Threefold that got me into this, but it was actually. The quality of his videos and just the accessibility he made it, or accessibility he made GregTech New Horizons for everyone. That was just... He spent far too much time doing it though, or playing this game. But then I am also playing far too much time on this game. Let's get some water. Hey Izzy, welcome back. Getting a quick water break. We've been chilling out for about an hour now. Just been chatting, talking about stuff and things. This world has probably changed since the last time you saw it. I managed to... Ow. Managed to finish up the house, or at least the roof of the house. So far it looks like a Swiss train station. Yeah. We're just having a threefold appreciation party right here. As all good GregTechers should. Just collecting these guys up. Yeah, not been having a good time streaming. Just working my way through GregTech New Horizons. Slowly, but surely, having a good time. Learning how to stream. Learning how to pronounce everything so people can actually understand me, instead of just slurring all my words together. But so far it's going well. Get some lag sometime. I'm not sure what that's about. I need to look into that. Even though it says 60 frames per second, I'm feeling a little... Now it's back to normal. If anyone knows anything about that, then all is welcome. Yeah, thanks. And then this is the inside where I built a second floor with a ladder here. I just put the ladder in actually. But I've got stairs over there with some steam solar boilers on the roof, with the steam coming down to the machines down below. And then a way up to the tower, of course, where I can take my hang glider, which I made last time, and just fly around. This makes getting around the world so much easier. Hey, my gardens have spread. That's nice. There's also an aura node here. I don't know if you can see that on the streams, right to the left of my cursor. No. Let's see if you guys spread as well. Nice. What do you get from water gardens? Okay, fair enough. Lots of fish. Raw turtle. Mmm. Never tried turtle before. Do people eat turtle? Is that a thing people eat? I guess people do eat whale and things like that, so maybe. Anyway, getting off topic. It's easier done than necessary. Anyway, let's put things away. See if my plates are finished. Okay. I think I will just make a whole bunch of this. I do have some glass, actually. Found that in a dungeon. A whole bunch of glass, 64 plus 41. Have used a little bit already. Do have some unfired coal coke bricks right there. Ooh, yeah, it might be the Java version. Yeah, good call, good call. I'll look into that after the stream. If we can live with it for now, it only comes for about a minute or two, and not during a backup or anything like that. So, but if we can live with it until after the stream, then I won't worry too much about it. I'll definitely look into it for next time. We need to make files. 60 of these. Why not? Oh, we need a new file. Of course we do. We always need a new file. There we go. And then we need to cut these in half. Should be this guy. Let's use this. Defaults. And then we'll file them back together again. Okay. Yeah, I'll definitely look into upgrading Java on it. It's relatively easy to do. I'm using Prism Launcher, and it's yeah, Prism Launcher is pretty good at those kind of things. My file just broke. Great. And it just needs 2 plates. We have a bunch of really good steel in here, or at my stage, really good steel. So I might make it out of this stuff, because I don't see I'm going to need this in the near future. Oh well, it's nice that you're using the last 1% on your iPad for me. That's I feel honored getting the last 1%. Ooh. Let's see, file. 192,000. We'll see if that's anything to use right there. Yeah, I've not quite got round to producing steel. And I have seen a recipe for the blast furnaces, and it looks taxing. Yeah, we got 30 there, not bad. Was it blast furnace? Blast furnace, bricked blast furnace. Yep. So you need iron furnaces or blast furnaces, and then the fire bricks. And they take gypsum or calcium. So the fire bricks, they take fire brick clay, which is clay dust and brick dust. And brick dust is bricks in a forge hammer. And you get bricks. Can you get those from the forge hammer? Okay, so I could just chuck a whole bunch of these in. These bricks that I got from one of the bigger brick houses. Okay, well that works. That's pretty noisy. Let's sound muffle that. Thanks for cooperating. Yeah. Yep. That's what I'm. That's what's so. That's also what I've seen is that it's actually sometimes quicker to do the more expensive way and use all your resources, because then you just go and mine more. Resources aren't difficult to come by in this mod pack, um, so it should just use everything I have instead of try to cheap out on things. You're totally correct in that. Good to know that I'm not doing things incredibly wrong. um, yeah, iron tank, but it's still a lot to learn. There's a lot of fun stuff to get on with here. I'm not going to run out of things to do. That I can definitely tell you. We were working on these guys. Going to need more screws. Might try and get a. There's not really a better low voltage or steam um, thing. Steam way to do this apart from cutting machine. No, there's no steam voltage. Steam voltage? Steam age machines for that. Yeah, that's so true. And the dungeon I found had like layers and layers and layers and layers and layers of bricks. I have no idea why there were so many bricks in that dungeon. It was crazy. Um, if I could quickly fly over to that dungeon and show you, I would, because it was just crazy how many bricks there were. And I was kind of thinking, if you look back maybe 2 or 3 streams, you'll be able to catch it. And I was just going like, what? How were there so many bricks here? Is this a bug or something? I didn't think it would be. I didn't think anything would come easy in this mod pack, and that was relatively easy. That definitely surprised me. Okay, well this is working like a charm. No, yeah. I could have collected double the amount of bricks that I have here. No kidding. And there's plenty of those dungeon entrances all around the world. It's not just one. So not going to run out of bricks anytime soon. Okay, where were we going with this? Am I going to just put some iron? Why just go and place these in the world? Let's try and get through the door, shall we? I do like these covers that I put on the walls here. Gives it a bit of depth. And I've made it a little thicker at the bottom as well, just to make it a little nicer. Yeah, I've had fun building this house. But it is definitely the starter house. And there's many more things to come. Okay, I'm going to need 64 of these, so I don't believe I have enough for that just now. But as I said before, you should just use all your resources. Also going to need to, there is 64 blocks running outside, I'm also going to need to fill in the floor and the walls. Is what using the saw? What do you mean with the saw? I don't quite understand. The forge hammer or? No, it's a hammer. Oh, the covers. You mean the covers? Yeah. Yes. That's using a saw and cutting cutting a block up. Yes. You're entirely right just there. I had to think a moment there. Okay, well that's a good start. I think there's creosote oil there. Yeah, I think it's, let me just save these and then I don't have to search for it each time. Saw. It is the Forge Micro Blocks saws. You get Stone, iron, diamond, I think. Just increasing the durability. And if you make them thin enough, like over here, you can actually put a torch in the same block space as the cover. But if they're slightly thicker, or you can actually even do it slightly thicker as well. There's some places where you can't do it. You can't place it on covers. So I actually just jumped to the closest place that was available. Which makes making bases a little nicer, because then you can have very thin walls. I would like to have them in the middle of the block, but this is fine. Mostly for the outside appearance, as this is completely smooth. If it was a little set in to the wall, then it would be good. Okay, yes. I'll definitely take that into consideration. I don't think the amount I've used here will lag too much, but if I made a whole building out of them, then I'd probably notice. But yes, definitely want to minimize lag. That's also a name part of the game in this. Raisins, eaten some of those. I have actually set out plants over here. You see I've got a big just random crop farm here, but over here I've got some plants set out. These are specifically for all the things for the healing axe. So I have gone ahead and planted these. There's onions, there's potatoes, bell peppers, tomatoes, lettuce, spinach. I've just not got around to making all those foods just yet. And I've also heard there's a different way to do it with unstable ingots, but that's something I'll need to look into and plan for another time. But definitely the healing axe will be something I look into. Oh no, you learn the hard way with covers and things? Oh no. That becomes a whole redesign of the base. That's, oh no. That's a lot of work. Well, now you know for next time. If there's a next time to Greg Take New Horizons. All right. What were we up to? What were we up to? Okay, I must have run out of steam because it's filling up a little now. Or maybe not run out, just ran low. There we go. Brick dust. And then you take clay dust, which, can you not do that in the forge hammer as well? That would make sense if you could. No, in the macerator. That's from hardened clay. Okay, I think that is just with a mortar. That was for blast furnace, but we're not quite there. We're still in the iron tanks, which takes a whole bunch of iron, which I do not believe I have enough iron. That could be problematic. Yeah, no stress. Just hanging out. And I'm kind of enjoying playing this, you know. Yeah. Yeah, that's also a reason why I chose this biome. If we look up here, it should be, yeah, it's sitting at 80. And I could try and find 100%. Actually, I can see that this chunk is 60 because we are in Tempered River instead of this place that is in Highland. So I need to be careful that they are actually in this chunk. I think we're sitting on a... No, we're not sitting on a chunk boundary, but I can see the grass changes color, so we do need them to be in the right side. But yes, that is something I took into consideration. I think with 80% we get a millibucket per tick. 60 per second. Don't quote me on that though. But always good to have a friendly reminder. This was my starter base, or starter hole in the wall. And down here is now under the walkway to the new expansion, where I got a chest of dye, because I got that from a loot bag one time. Super useful at the beginning here. Not. And I've got a mine down here, and then my portal here, which I built before I expanded, and that makes all sorts of wonderful noises, so I might move that. A little bit of history to the world. Always good to have some law. There we go, there's our 9 ingots. Yeah, and if it's up to me, it'll probably stay there until I'm finished. I don't see I'll be building too much close to this house right now. But that's a good reminder of where we started and where we are now. And every small win in GTNH is a big win. That's what I'm learning very quickly. Okay, where's our file again? Let's try and make a few more of these. File, and then saw, and then file again. There we go. Oh, awesome. You still have yours. That's wonderful. Do you have you made any videos about your world, or have you streamed at all, or is that not for you? Like to keep it a private world? If I could head over to somewhere where I could see those videos, those streams of yours, then it'd be pretty cool. Always good to support. So I believe I will have to go out and mine a whole bunch more iron before I finish this project here, which is fine. That's the name of the game, right? Minecraft. You mine things and then you craft them. So that's not a problem. Okay, fair enough. I didn't say at the beginning, but I'll be playing for about 2 hours today. Maybe with a break in the middle. But we're already past halfway, so. And then I'll work on mining afterwards. So I'll try and keep it not so full of mining right now. Yeah. Good start. I think it makes sense. Do you know if it's possible if I think no, yeah, that's a good idea. That's a very good idea. I've also thought of doing things like that. If there was things I didn't understand or didn't quite get enough information about from the quest book, To be honest, there's not much. I didn't, not much information I don't know from the quest book. But yeah, if there's stuff you struggled with, then I'm sure there's other people that had the same problem. Just make it super clear. I think the more clear it is, the better. So if someone had trouble with chests, I don't know, just for example, upgrading chests, then have the title, how to upgrade chests in Great Click New Horizons, or I don't know, something like that. But that'd be cool to see your world. Yeah, what was I up to? Keep me on track. I was running out of iron. That's what I was doing, because I currently have no iron. Ton of tin, but no iron. So that's probably something. I don't think I can get iron from these guys. I have a whole bunch of dusts over here, but that's nothing to really... I don't get much iron out of this. No, okay. Is there just not very much information on them, or or are they just difficult? What's up with vacuum nukes that was so difficult? Dusts can go here. Seared stone could probably go there. It's fine. And then we also need to... I know we need some charcoal. Where is it? Furnace? We'll just get these guys cooking up. Might as well have this guy sitting out somewhere if we need it anyway. That's fine there. Okay, I think I will go mining actually. What do you say to that? You up for some mining? I'm sure someone else has had problems with vacuum nukes and would be very grateful for someone explaining it clearly and properly. Let's make sure we have all the resources we need. Just going to take some more bronze so we can fix our tools. The tool forge. Ah, I see. Yes. With anything that explodes, you need to be super careful. That is very true. And it's almost like if you look at these machines kind of wrong, they explode as well. So, yeah, I totally understand that could be frustrating, and you'd want more information about that. And we did bring some food, yes. I think it was in episode 2 or 3. I came down this mine, and there was a drowning creeper down here, and it just totally just took me out. That wasn't or that was kind of funny actually. I'm not gonna lie. But I think we've got everything we need. Mining is so much easier with these tools now. Let's just chuck everything up there. You guys to the end. Well, if I ever get to vacuum nukes, I will look out for your video on them. And I'll let you know if I understand it or if my base blew up because of it. So, yeah. I'll let you know. I think I'll change out this guy for my excavator. Yep. Here we are, just chilling to some mining. I haven't quite got music going on the streams just yet. So every so often the Minecraft music does come out, just to help us along a little. But that'll be something I'll look into in the future. If this streaming malarkey goes well. So far, so good. I'm having fun. I think that's something I need to focus on. Is actually having fun in this and not just making videos for someone else. I'm making videos for myself. So far I'm having a good time. Glad to have some new faces along the way here. Always welcome. Especially if you come with good tips. What do we have here? Shielded dungeon floor. I've heard about these. Do you know anything about them, chat? Shielded dungeon. Oh, I can break them. Trigger loot game. I have no idea what's going on. Let's see. Building better bases. No. Where was that? Loot game. Stone Age loot game. Secret hidden room. Not so deep within the earth. Pretty close to the surface. Exactly. Actually, you can find these all over the place. Chance at sweet loot. You're good at. Simon says it counts the highest level you completed and fails the rounds. By the way, chapters go into Minecraft hell. Peters go into Minecraft hell, yes. Where all the blocks have hardness -1. Minesweeper, it blows up. Be sure to make room for escape. I'm not sure if what you're saying, Zagamon, is correct. It blows up. They're safe to enter. That no water or oil is flooding into the room because the world gen, or it will kill you and destroy your grave because of cheating. This is a bug. Well, this is an interesting turn of events. I'm gonna be pretty skeptical with this. Wow, it's big. It's really big. Not harvestable. Okay, you've never had one blow up? How does it work? It says it's kind of like a minesweeper, and I need to like Simon says, it counts the highest level you completed. I might I do have other things to do. Ooh. Shielded dungeon floor. Maybe I need to go a little higher to go into the wall. Okay, what do we have up there? Dungeon lamp. Interesting. Okay, if I die, this is your fault. It's pretty big, actually. I might do some research and come back next stream and try and complete it. How does that sound? So if you want to see me do this dungeon, come back next time. Because I really don't feel prepared to do it right now. Looks interesting though. Cool mini game in the game. Okay, fair enough. But yeah, I think I will come back next time and try and do this. Sorry if that disappoints, but I want to be a little more prepared for what is to come. I don't want to just die unnecessarily. Also, if I say that, maybe it'd be good for people to come back next time and see if I can complete it without dying. I don't know. No, I'm not really going out to ask people to subscribe or. I'm just here to have some fun, really, and share my experience. So, yeah. Let's just keep mining. Yeah. Well, I'll do some research into it and see what it's all about, and then come back next time and be prepared for it. A little caught off guard right there. So yeah, I'll see. It's also good. You can get these blocks from things, even made into facades. With my other satchel called stuff, I can just chuck all this stuff in there. I know you do get backpacks. I think it's right here actually. You do get backpacks to gather stuff, but a satchel just used one steel ring. So that didn't seem too harmful right there. There we go. Dungeon floor, dungeon wall, and cracked dungeon floor. Interesting. Oh no! You subbed. Terrible. Well, thanks for the sub, man. I'm trying not to go for the mindset of everybody should subscribe to me, or I feel like that's just a bit like I don't know. That's not why I want to play this game. I want to play this game because I want to play it. And I'm just sharing my experience along the way. But I do appreciate it. That's very kind of you. Thanks. I do have Discord, but I've not got it set up for my streaming channel right now. But it's something I am looking into in the near future. Just to gather more insight into the game and just share different experiences we've had in the game. Just hang out a little more. So that is something I'm looking into, but not quite implemented yet. All right. Well, this is going quite well. We're getting quite a lot of what is this magnetite? Got over 3 stacks of it. I am just chucking out cobblestone because I have 64 stacks of it, and I know it's not a good idea to chuck out resources at this stage, but when you have 64 stacks. Yeah. I will definitely be looking into it, and I'll update you all when I get that up and running. I look forward to sharing experiences. No, I'm sure it's not a hellhole. Maybe a little messy, but that's like every base. I feel like my base is a little messy now. And I felt like I just finished building the house, and I was like, no, let's go and build something else somewhere else. So yeah, that seems like most of the ore is out of the walls now. Sometimes I have a problem, or I have difficulty finding out what ore is what and what becomes ore, because it doesn't just say iron ore, it says magnetite. You have to go through and go, oh, okay, this is actually for iron ore. So I have a chart sitting next to me, which is just for that, which says this is what this is related to, and this is where this is useful for. No, okay, fair enough. Yeah. I think it's quite some dedication to get to the stage of this mod pack you've got to. That's quite impressive. So, congrats on that. I think it'd take quite a long time to get there for me, but slow and steady wins the race, right? Let's see. Here, I think. Looking forward to the time where no, that is true. Yeah. Yeah, I can work it out from the chemical makeup of it, so I just have to learn some chemistry. Play Greg Tech New Horizons, they said. It'd be fun, they said. No, I'm just going to chemistry class. Oh well. Always good to learn new things. Are we at near the edge here? Definitely getting to that dungeon. Okay, fair enough. Let's see, what have we got here? There's some stone dust, which right now it's not too useful, but that'll come in the future. And then we'll just do it 3 times this way. Yeah. I think I'd be very much like, okay, this machine makes this chemical, and that machine makes that chemical, and then just pipe them directly to it. I have played, what's it called, Star Technology. I got up to maybe halfway through HV. That was extremely fun. That's just a modern version of Greg Tech. And that was very much, what is this chemical? Okay, it needs to go over there. So it just goes over there. And then just be done with it, really. Don't know if you played any other Greg Tech packs, but that's a good one, actually. Slightly less grindy. You get into the tech part of it a lot quicker than this. And there's not really the steam age. You can do steam age things, but you can pretty much skip it with one jump. You can just skip past it. Not a huge problem. Okay, I think this is the last line. I'm going to mine out. I'm going to go back and start smelting up the magnetite into the ore, into the iron, I mean. Magnetite ore into the iron. Just me. Need to get my words the right way around. Yeah. Yeah, a lot of people would go, you're just playing a game. You're not going to learn anything from it. But actually, you learn so much from playing this. And it's so versatile. And you can apply it in so many different aspects of your life. I played a lot of Factorio. And even considered streaming that. But Great Taking Horizons won out. Played a lot of Factorio, and in that you learn a lot of how to manage resources and different things like that. So I think that can definitely be applied to real world situations. Okay, take a chill pill. I didn't look at you. I could though. Do you not get angry at me? A lightning enderman. Should probably be a little more careful. Wow, that's loud. There we go. Was that loud for you as well? For you guys in chat? So far, this is how I'm smelting things down. I might actually... It does say there's lava in it, so... Okay. Why are you not recognizing the other tank? That's a little weird. What if we put you there? Nope. You go in there. Mysterious. Yeah, the lightning dude. I don't know where he's off to now. I did plan on killing him, and I went under the stairs so he couldn't get me. Like, I went under the 2-block high thing so you can still hit them. And then looked at him, but didn't really care. Didn't he really care? This guy's also finished. It's just some more coke oven bricks. Good. And then, yeah, cobblestone basalt can just go there. So I'll just the game's at the good sound level, I'd say, but okay. Good to know. Good to know. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and that's how many I have. Can always turn myself up a little. I don't want to be too close to the microphone so you hear all the sounds, but I also don't want to be shouting. Definitely need to get some concrete sometime soon. I can run a little faster. But that might be a little further down the tech tree. Anywho. Yes, and my smeltery downstairs is kind of automated, very primitively automated, with the clock on top. So we are just getting items out, so I don't have to stand here and right click. I can help along with it, but not a huge necessity. Let's eat some food. Night meal and apple juice. Not eaten that one yet. I think we've eaten these yet. Yeah, we have. Does also say in the tooltip if we've eaten them. Not eaten yet. What does it taste like? A baguette. Could probably fill the baguette with something else. Sliced baguette. But I haven't eaten this yet, so always good to get hearts. 4 times I can eat this one. Oh, I don't need to eat him. I found most of this food in dungeons. And I've tried not to eat the food that I need for the healing axe. Let's see. fishing, farming, cooking. So I do know I need the delightful meal and the beef Wellington. And a few other things. Is there a supreme pizza in here? No, it's not a supreme pizza, just a pizza. Just so it's easier, but I think no, it is a retrieval task. So I could actually submit these right now and get on my way. Woo! Like 2% of my way there. As I said before, I have been to Nether, just not found any Nether gardens yet. But I do have a bunch of gardens out there. And I also have some, excuse me, some gardens over here as well. But there's so many of these in the desert, and the desert is not far away, so that's totally fine. Yeah, I've got a few of them in here. Could probably actually submit these. Have to see. Yeah. Easiest thing to do is to cheap out on something. And that's just because you're like, I don't have any more resources left, or I only have 2 or 3 left. I shouldn't use all of them. When you think about it, it didn't take me long to get 3 or 4 stacks of iron from just mining a little, and this is like that. This is very, very like slow at the moment. These bronze hammers, or these bronze tools at least. So it doesn't take long to get resources in Greg Tech New Horizons. So don't cheap out on stuff. Just use everything. You'll get more in the future. As you know, because you played the pack a little further than I have. Yeah. Also, I feel like every time I stand still, I'm wasting time. But actually, I can just take my time. There's no rush. There's no hurry for anything. That should have gone back. But I was wanting to get some water and move my water gardens into chunks that are loaded, because right now they are not in chunks that are loaded. Because I need more of those. Those are the second last ones I have. Second last ones I need. No, okay. Yeah, that's also fair enough. Yeah, I have heard that a later game becomes a little repetitive and a little time consuming. And the best way to get around that is just to create more of the things that are making the stuff. It's like water here. If I wanted water more quickly, I'd just create more water tanks. And I think, if I've heard correctly, I feel like that's how the late game is developed, which is a bit of a shame. But there's still lots of exciting things to unlock and find out along the way, of course. Making myself a wee pond here. Yeah. I feel like with the more recent updates, they've tried to make the beginning of the game not so tiresome, maybe it's the right word, or not so grindful. Which I appreciate a lot, as I have just started a single player run playthrough of this. Let's see. There's going to be a bit of running backwards and forwards to the water tank. And come along for the ride. Just while the iron is smelting downstairs for our big iron tank. I'll need to make some more wooden tanks. Or wooden planks. No, wooden pipes. Just so I can get it to the valve at the top. Nice. I did try to split up the roof a little. Otherwise it would have just been flat all over with these dormer windows. I think that's a nice addition to this house here. It could have just been very plain and very flat. I'm not a master builder, but I do like trying to challenge myself into creating something that's a little nicer than a dirt shack or a cube building, a 9x9. I don't know if you've heard of Direwolf20. He's like the OG of modded Minecraft. He was there when it began almost. Had Forgecraft, which was pretty much a server that tested mods. Mod creators could jump on there and test their mods pretty much, and he would play through them. Where was I going? No, yeah, with 9x9. Yeah. Like that was his go-to base design, was just a 9x9 sitting next to 9x9 with two other 9x9s. And I think there's one of his seasons where every building in his base is a 9x9. Oh, it's great. He has played with some people where they have built buildings for him, where they've been a little nicer, or with his mod. What's it? Mining gadgets. People have submitted different building designs for him, where he's then placed them down. But I've tried to move away from very box-like buildings. I know these are just square rooms, but I tried with upstairs to make it not so square as well, with the balcony being open. Yeah, and it is all chunk aligned as well. As I read in the book, that being chunk aligned is a good idea, and not having multi-blocks cross chunk lines is also an extremely good idea, because sometimes they can break. And that is the last thing. Oh, we need one more bucket. I might just go to the river. Now I'm going to take it from a deep part, so you don't see that it's missing. Pro tip right there. Because if you took one from here, you'd see that it's missing forever. But if you take it from the deep part, you don't see it's missing. Yes. And then the gardens. I think it is chunk loaded just here, actually. If we look here. Nope, it isn't actually. But we can chunk load it. We don't need to chunk load these guys anymore. Yeah. I have also experienced trying to make my base look good, and getting bogged down with that, and not really progressing that much through the mod pack because I've just tried to make the base look good, which is a bit of a shame, but it's just we are humans. We do like things that look good, so we will put a lot of time into searching after that, things that look appealing to our eyes. And it's also with Greg Take New Horizons. People say it takes around about two to 7,000 hours to play this mod pack. If you're really fast, to 2,000. But if you're alone and don't know what you're doing, like me, then it takes maybe 7,000 hours. So you want to build somewhere that you're inspired to be and inspired to use 7,000 hours in. So I do completely understand that that building a base that looks good means a lot, because you want to be inspired to be in this space for a long time. So that's my philosophy on it. I don't think I'm alone in that philosophy, but it's definitely one that I've tried to. Oh, lots of iron, amazing. There's another maybe 2 stacks there, just under 2 stacks, and another half stack. So we've got about 4.5 stacks. So yeah, building a base that you're inspired to be in is quite important to me. And I'm quite inspired to be in this little house here. And just pottering around, doing the next quests, working on upgrading. But I'm thinking of maybe not having so much wood in here, and maybe some chiseled cobblestone or chiseled stone. Yeah. So these guys are working nicely, and then what you do is you just right click here, and it drains it out of the boiler into the pipes, and the pipes can hold actually quite a lot. 1.2 thousand, and here there's 7,000, so we're not going to get everything in, but once we've got the tank downstairs built, it will just pour straight into that, and we'll have a lot of space. We have just hit the 2-hour mark, and that was what was planned for today. So I think I'm going to wrap the stream up here. It's been fun hanging out with you, Zakamon. And I hope to see you another time. I'll be streaming Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday around about this time. Brewing stand. What do you mean with the brewing stand? Sorry, I don't understand. Anyway. Yes, well, I'm going to call it a day for that. Day for today, if I can actually speak. I will be making a recap video as well. I do that for every stream, just to recap what I've done throughout the... Oh, you lost your brewing stand. Oh dear. That's never good. But yes, I'll be making a recap video like every other stream, and you can catch up what I've been up to there. They're usually about 2 or 3 minutes long, not so long, so always a good thing to go and watch after the stream. And if you like what you've seen in that recap video, so you can come watch the stream as well. And if you're feeling so inclined, you can come watch the stream every Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday. I've now said that a couple of times now, but always good to tell you when I'm streaming. Yeah. So hope to see you again. See ya.